Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Ghostrunner 2 walkthrough, and this is mission 3 called Setting the Stage. And this is also Jubilee time for my channel. It is not video number 700, which you might think, because I always try to acknowledge when I reach a new 100 level when it comes to videos. But no, since I am a so-called metalhead, I love heavy metal music and death metal and black metal and doom metal and all of its subgenres, I feel that I need to acknowledge this video, because this video is number 666 that I upload to my channel, and what better way to celebrate 666 videos than with a video of Jack trying to break into a cathedral. Because we are now in the Church of the Ashura, and we're gonna try to get into the inner cathedral in Cybervoid. Which seems very fitting, and this was not planned at all from my side. Actually, this is just a fun coincidence. And when I realized that this would be video number 666, I was actually thinking about trying to upload some type of video in between this game and the Spider-Man project, because Ahriman, the boss we took on in level 2, there is a Swedish black metal band called Dark Funeral, and their guitarist and only still active founding member calls himself Lord Ahriman, so I thought that would be a fun little Easter egg for anyone that listens to them. Which I used to do. I still think their first two albums are great, but I don't listen to them anymore because, in my opinion, they got boring. But anyway, going back to this. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about the other new mechanics introduced in this game, because you're seeing one of them active right now. In the first game, you could get shurikens from time to time when the game decided that you needed them in certain instances, but here it is given to you in between level 2 and 3 by, I think it's Saul that gives it to you in the hub. By the way, the hub is also another thing that's introduced in this game, but I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna talk about the shurikens. Shurikens are, as I said, given to you and part of Jack's arsenal from in between mission 2 and 3. Because in between missions you go back to the Climber's hub, and that is something they start with in this game. I'm not a total fan of the hub thing, but I'm gonna focus on shurikens first. Shurikens work like this. They can be used as a weapon, and they can also be used to, as you can see, make platforms come down and stuff like that. And if you read the description of the videos, I use some modifiers related to this. But I'm not gonna talk about that now. I'm gonna focus on the shurikens. Sorry, I digress. It's very early in the morning as I'm doing this. But the shurikens can be used to get down platforms and stuff like that, and it can also be used as a weapon. Weaker enemies like keys, melees, triggers will die in one hit. Stronger enemies like hammers or sluggers will die in 2 hits. The first shuriken will stun them, and if you follow it up with a quick other one or a quick second one, you will kill them. And as you saw with the chooks, the mech enemies here at the beginning, they are great to use to stun them, and then you can use them as a grapple point, so you can move up close and kill them. And that is a strategy that you should employ a lot, because it makes them so much easier because that wide blast they do with their laser can be really hard to avoid otherwise. And this is also a new enemy type introduced in this game. These are called the Shinobi. And when you have parried 6 of them, when you parry them, Jack will automatically go into a kill animation like you saw with these guys. When you have parried 6 of them, you will unlock a trophy called Nasty. That is something you will unlock naturally as you progress through the game, because there is an abundance of those Shinobi's enemies. And also one thing that is great about this game, that all accumulative trophies, like do a certain amount of this or whatever, is instantly logged. So if you go to the very first Shinobi and you just reload the checkpoint over and over again, you will unlock the trophy because it logs every attempt you do. But going back to talking about the hub a little bit, because that relates to another thing I was going to talk about. In the hub you get access to a kiosk where you can buy different modifiers for Jack. In the first game I didn't use any modifiers at all, but this game works slightly differently. Because in the first game you had your ultimate abilities, Surge and Tempest, and they would reload faster the fewer modifiers you had installed. They don't work the same way here. You will get ultimate abilities later on, but so I decided to use some modifiers. Actually, they make this game a lot easier, and I have installed 2 of them. One you have to install as part of learning how the motherboard works, and it's called Artificial Senses, and that makes sensory boost cost 25% less stamina. And sensory boost is when you go into bullet time. When you're in air and you hold down the dash button, you'll go into that bullet time mode, and that is cost 25% less stamina. And I have also installed Tactical Overlay, which makes enemies outlined in red. And I installed that because some of these levels are very, as this one is very grey bluish, and makes the enemy stand out a little bit more, makes it easier for you, dear viewer, to see what's going on. And of course it makes it easier for me as well. So that is a good thing. And when you get out here, immediately hide in between this, whatever it is, a fuse box or whatever, and make these 3 melee fellas run to you. So we draw them away from the chook. And then we just run up against it. When it shoots, make sure to slide under it, and then throw a shuriken, gap jam to it and kill it. That is the best way to take those on. Always do that with chooks. Make sure to like slide under the laser. And here we just want to stun the chook, so we go past the shinobi and take him on afterwards. Easy. But talking about the hub, as I said, in the hub you get to buy the you get to buy things from the kiosk. You accumulate money by killing enemies, of course. And I think the hub is, I can understand why they put it in, so you can buy the upgrades and stuff. I think it kills the flow of the game a little bit. So something I really liked in the first game is that all the story was told as you play the game, in conversations in between what's his name, Jack and Adam and Zoe, and like you continuously played. And this game is a lot about keeping up your momentum. So I think going into the hub, yeah, you can make quite quick little you can move through it quite quickly, and something I learned on my like 4th playthrough of this game, which I somehow had missed before, and I give this tip on to you. If you hold down L3, the left analog stick, press it inwards, you run faster in the hub. I had no idea that was a thing. Because I have played through this game quite a lot of times at this point, and I can't understand how the hell I could miss that on my like 4 first playthroughs. Just slipped, I guess. And something that is worth addressing, in this walkthrough you will not see me picking up collectibles, because I don't do collectibles. Anyone who has watched my videos before knows this, and I'm not gonna rant about it. Oh, by the way, when you get over here, stay calm. I'm just gonna move up slowly and trigger that shinobi. Because when he comes close, we just throw a shuriken at the barrel and send his ass packing in like 5 different directions. And a thing to know with the explosive barrels, which you'll probably figure out already, but I might as well mention it since this is a walkthrough. And I'm gonna show it as soon as we get up to the right corner. In this room you wanna throw a shuriken at this chook, and I like to go around this room counterclockwise. So we go up here, and when you throw a shuriken at a barrel, or when you go into bullet time before you do it, you see a dome around the barrel. And you have most likely figured this out already. That is the blast radius of the barrel. Anyone and everyone caught inside that dome will be blasted to pieces, and that includes Jack. So never ever try to trigger one of these barrels with your sword. It will spell suicide. But that is the final shinobi, and we can go back and pick up this memory shard, which is part of our motherboard. And we're gonna head, that is the entrance to the cathedral, so we are gonna head into Cyber Void and see if we can get in. So we just go up here and head over to this switch. Also, switches, interactable objects, are outlined in yellow. And now we are in Cyber Void. Anyone who's played the first game, this probably rings quite familiar. Only problem with going in Cyber Void this time is that the Ashura of course have a security system, and Jack can't breach that security system. So when you get over here and jump over to this platform, you just fall through.
Waste of time.
So Jack realizes we need to employ help, so we're gonna try to find a hacker called Kira and see if she can help us override the security system.
Should I go back?
So this is the end of chapter 3, or mission 3. So I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.